We begin with the volatile market of the week, livestock. The first week of December has not brought holiday cheer to the beef sector as far as prices are concerned. Extension Ag economist Brian Williams has some analysis. Well, before we talk about this midweek price break, let's back up to that on-feed report right about Thanksgiving. Any surprises there?
There were a few surprises in there. Probably the biggest one came in the placements numbers. The expectation was for placements to be down about 4.2%. When the numbers came out, they were actually only down about 0.9%. And then a slight surprise in the on-feed numbers. They were up slightly from a year ago. The total on-feed was up slightly from a year ago, and it was expected to be down a little bit.
But as far as placement, still down, but not as far as the trade may have anticipated.
It was still down, but we're still dealing with a really tight supply. A lot of what we saw with the higher than expected placements is heavier cattle that were held on grass for the summer are going in now.
All right, this week, going back to what's been happening here, a lot of, it seems like uncertainty about future beef demand. What kind of brought that to the forefront, do you think?
There is, and there's been some question about it for a while now. As beef prices climb higher and higher, there's been question of where is that ceiling, and so there's been fears of hitting that ceiling, and right now we're seeing some of those fears again.
And I guess there's no way to know if this, what's happened this week, if that's been what you might call an official break, or if we're just in a stagnant period and they could go higher again.
Right, and we've seen this happen a few times before. It's really hard to tell in the short term. We've seen prices come down, but feeder cattle prices have bounced back a little bit. Live cattle have been they're hanging in there, but they haven't quite bounced back, and I think only time is going to tell.
So at this point, as we speak, the feeder cattle market looks to be in maybe a little better shape than live cattle?
Potentially. There's still some pressure on the feeder cattle market on both sides of things. On the one side, feedlots are seeing higher corn prices, and so they can't pay as much. But on the other side, we still have the tight supplies, and those fundamentals are still there.